think doing it that way sometimes makes everything look better. All right. Tuesday Night Live. Welcome. Also known as The Rapture. The Rapture. Tonight is The Rapture. I'm going to do a little. Oh, and by the way, hi. I was going to say hi, Cherry. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl, you're number one on the list. Cheryl, thank you. I got your donation. Thank you so much. I'm going to call it Rapture Night Live. Oh my gosh, I just went through like a little cry sesh. It comes in spurts. You know what I mean? Like whenever you grieve something or mourn something, it comes in spurts. Like you try your best to, you count your blessings and be happy. And yes, I do that like 98% of the time. And then 1% suddenly, some out of nowhere. Don't go chasing waterfalls. But I'm back to normal again. I get those moments. Hi, Giggles. Okay, thank you so much, Giggles. I love it. I love it. This week I'm doing better. I'm getting paid 3 ways. So very excited about the 21st of the month usually, even if it wasn't the rapture. No, today is the 23rd, but okay, so I'm going to do a little history lesson, not history lesson, just kind of like, I'm going to tell you like why this day is important to some people. So there's this guy named Rosh Hashanah, so if anybody's Jewish, the Jewish New Year, so Happy New Year. Um, it's also a lot of people predicting things today, but why is it a special day? Because other than it's also the day of, what is that called? Oh my gosh, now I gotta get up all the database that I had that I was studying and trying to, yes, it, so nobody knows when the rapture will happen because the closest clue we have to anything about Jesus is the Bible, of course, and there's no real definitive date or anything, but there is this dude that thinks it was supposed to happen today, and who knows, could have happened, Um, anyway, um, but okay, so in Matthew, Jesus says, "But about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father." So basically, we really won't know. It'll be sort of a surprise. But yeah, even if it's such a thing it exists, which it just depends on what you believe, right? It doesn't have to. It's also the Jewish Feast of Trumpets, which I think is kind of a fun title. It makes me think of um, Archangel Gabriel, and it makes me think of the Judgment card. So it just kind of, to me, it's like the Feast of Judgment card in Archangel Gabriel. Is that, if that's, I don't know if that's irreverent or not. Okay, so the guy who thought was that the rapture was supposed to happen today is Miklakala. Miklakala? Yeah. And he thought that was going to happen today. And that's all I got to say about that. Anybody wants to comment, that's fine, but pretty much I feel like today we still have a lot of interesting astrological, you know, celestial excitement out there, but I feel like it's a pretty much a regular kind of day. Hi, Miss Fred. How are you doing? Good to see you again. Okay, let's get Miss Fred down. And my goddess, how's my girl? Miss DG, the OG DG. All right. And now let's see who my top fans are. Miss Fred, you're on the top of the list. Divine Goddess, Cheryl, and Giggles. Giggles, you're number 4. I have to say, I'm sorry, but you fight the hardest to be number 1. I have to tell you that much. Tonight, you're 4th. No, you're always number 1 in my heart, or one of my number 1s, which is not really fair because then that means everybody's number 1, and so there is no number 1. You're like all my 3 children. I don't love anyone any more than any of the other children. All right. Wow, my flowers are so colorful tonight. Let's see now. I definitely want to get cards that have... I'm going to get the Energy Oracle because I love Archangel Gabriel in that deck. I actually feel really good right now because I sat there and had a little Reiki healing from Oa, and she was doing a chakra balancing, cleansing, cleansing and a balancing just randomly happened, and I feel cleansed and I feel balanced now. I feel good. All my chakras are aligned. So, let's see. I feel like I want to go old school, like not old school, but I want to do sort of, I wonder what, Gabriel looks really good in this deck, but I'm wondering, I want to go biblical, a little biblical looking tonight. All right, so maybe the Botticelli deck kind of is usually the one I pull out when I want something to look majestic and biblical. There's another one. Where's the other one? My artistic decks. There it is. This one is so pretty. The Baroque one. Maybe I'll use the Baroque one. It's kind of dark, like colored, but it's really beautiful. The Baroque. Alright. I'm about to roll over my little big baby. He's down there, noisy. Don't mind my dirty floor. He's at my tootsies. I got my toes done. I got a pedicure. That felt nice too. Okay. Okay, Cheryl. So, what is going on? Actually, I kind of miss hearing your voice. I thought about it all day, but one of those busy days, as usual. Always busy. And then I always think that you being busy too. Okay. It's hot in this room. But it's not too bad. I mean, there's an AC nearby. I'm gonna check out the Baroque deck. I know. And I was running late. I ran late to choir rehearsal, and I was running late to this. Look how beautiful this deck is, you guys, though. Isn't this so pretty? It's reflected on this side and reflected that way, and the numbers light up. The Baroque. We're gonna use this tonight. Y'all are special. It's the night of the rapture. Everybody gets this fancy deck if you want it. Only good messages, though. Well, oh, speaking of which, we're gonna do our... I'm going to give Smokey his cigarettes, and then we'll do the protection prayer. Okay. There you go, Smokey. And then my nails came off and having a chance to put them on. And I have some new ones that I bought. I think are so pretty. But that'll be for Friday, I guess. Okay, so let's say our prayers. Let's say our prayers. Yes, I am, Tiffany. You can be number 5. All right. So I ask spirit, angels, guardians, and guides for a beautiful array of light to enter at the top of my head. As I breathe in, my lungs expand, and as I breathe out, I create a circle. I step into it, I feel protected and connected. I ask that messages come from the highest sources to bring clarity, goodness, and solutions for the sparkles of light. Yeah, it feels like everybody's been so busy today and the time just flies, right? But I've been doing good. I had a contract for rental. I'm just a leasing agent now. I don't know how that happened, but it's like a new part-time thing, occasional thing that I'm doing here. And yeah, that felt good. It always feels good to have some sort of success. And even if I can't spend my own money donating to the LeaderCons, at least I can help by being, caring and working at finding ways to make money for the LeaderCons. Thank you. So, all right. I feel like I need some hand sanitizer now, too. Let me get my hand sanitizer. Okay, back with my sanitized hands. And as I was doing that, I was thinking this deck is giving me a certain music sound vibes. Y'all might be a little annoyed by this. I'll only play it for just a few minutes. Just indulge me a little bit. But I've been listening to I've been listening to this occasionally in the mornings, and it's supposed to be really good for your brain. So, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Good for getting your day going, increasing your mental clarity. Okay, here we go. Oh, and he looks it's so cute too. Okay. And I guess turning up the music will help. So it's Morning with Bach. I love this. This is the song that I'm hearing as I look at this Baroque deck. If it's not Baroque, don't fix it. That sounds like something my dad would say. Okay. Everybody sip your tea. Isn't that so cute? Oh, look at that. Eating grapes. I want to be in the countryside eating grapes. Okay. Just for a minute. If you don't like it, Cheryl, I certainly will turn it off. It's, it's to be fancy because we're fancy here. Okay, Cashapp, let me see. Yes, thank you, Tiffany. I know, isn't it nice? It's nice. I like this one particular piece too. It feels like you're watching Bridgerton. Oh my goodness, it makes me have better handwriting too. I love this one too. Okay. My dad used to play the organ. Some of these things he played on the organ. The cat reflects. Okay. Spirit guide messages. Ooh, look what you got, the magician. This is kind of a shadowy magician, but nevertheless, it's a positive message. The magician is about manifesting and making your dreams come true. And it really is like, the important thing is, I'm glad you did too, Tiffany. The important thing is, Cheryl, let's turn it down, is that is having a vision, right? You can manifest anything you want, but you got to get really clear what it is you want. Instead of like letting it be kind of in the blend into the background, I think it needs to step forward into the limelight. But the magician is about manifestations and resourcefulness. You have the resources, you have all the tools at hand. The magicians got their hands on the 4 suits of the tarot deck, the 4 elements. They've spent a long time gathering their resources and learning all their lessons. It's finally time to manifest. You gained knowledge along your life path and have all you need to make that which is true. So make sure you know why you wish this and whether you have a soul connection with your wish. It's important that you feel this connection with what you want. Not just what you think you want or what seems right, but what you truly want. And if it seems like it's against societal rules, then maybe it's important to let spirit figure that one out for you. You know, that's the next step, the how. That surrendering the how is one of the most important steps in manifesting. So first you have faith, and then trust, and then pixie dust. That's how you manifest on this channel. Alright, you have the 9 of Wands. I think you've had this one before, or not this particular one, but you've this, which is kind of it's the wounded warrior. It's been there, done that. Trying to look at these wands though, what you're doing with your wands. And so it's like the magician has all these tools. He has a wand down here. So the wand is going to be very important to you. I feel like Spirit's telling you the most important element right now for you is passion, your fire energy. And even if you have to take a little bit of time to get second wind, to you know, pull up your britches and go for it. Right here, the 9 of Wands is saying resilience, courage, persistence, test of faith, and patience. So now we're back at step one again. We're back at faith, the faith part of manifesting, faith, trust, and pixie dust. Believing in something that you can't see. And it it really is connected to an inner knowing, like when you just really let go of everything, all these little like whisperings in your ear, and you just let it all go, and you just kind of focus on what your heart is doing, then you know the truth of things. And that's where you put your faith. You put your faith into the truth of that feeling. And um, the the guidance preaches strength and resilience. The message is simple. Don't surrender and never give up. You have the endurance needed to take the blows, the patience to wait, the courage to be misunderstood, and the faith that anything is possible. The person has learned to enjoy hardship as part of the inseparable part of the process. Guidance also reminds that it's the hardest of of moments when we learn about ourselves. So obviously, many of us here, especially you, Cheryl, have been through lots of trials and tribulations. And it's enough to make us feel knocked down and scared to try again, scared to open ourselves up to that same kind of pain or disappointment. But this is saying that we don't, of course, first of all, you have to focus on the fact that the abundance is coming in, and not you're not going to get another round of painful things. The second thing is though is is that good or bad, everything has a beauty in its design in your life. So the bad stuff sucks and it's hard. But when you get enough separation and time from it, then you can see the good that was in it, right? It's not happy at all or anything exciting about it while it's happening, obviously, but just remember, like you've taken away a lot of good things from the difficult times too, and it's just made you a better person. And then the Eight of Wands feels like something is coming through for you here, like a message, like some kind of quick energy. This is movement and fast, a change of action, air travel, or rush communication, or whirlwind events, or something like that. So here's when, as soon as you just this also feels sort of like getting grounded too, like getting grounded and ready to take that leap of faith as well. It seems very kind of fool like taking the leap of faith, but without being a fool, with being very well aware of what you're going to, what's available next, all the possibilities, but focusing on the best case scenario, right? All right, so the Eight of Wands is the guidance speaks of a quick turn of events, especially falling into a passion. Yes, tonight's the rapture, so there's no person on the card, symbolizing being lost in the moment and the rush of the excitement. The guidance advises not to get carried away. Alternatively, the flying wands might represent traveling through the air. Um, I mean, there's kind of I think that there is it would be hard not to get swept away in this energy. You can't really resist it, but you can embark on it with faith, with a good plan, with a good energy, with a positive attitude. Um, do your best not to get wrapped up in it and then let fear creep in, because then the fear will create the chaos that this sometimes feels like. But if you let your faith jump in, then this won't feel like chaos, it'll feel like excitement, like literally very exciting. It's actually, I always think of the Eight of Wands as a happy card. Like, it's usually to me the card that represents reaching out when we're asking about love, like, oh yes, he's gonna call you or whatever. All right, let's see what else. Sometimes it can represent whirlwind romances. Ooh, you got the Temperance card. How beautiful is that? She's like an angel watching over you. And this is kind of, you know, how to proceed. Proceed with patience, and again patience. And I don't know why patience come out a lot for you in readings. I don't see you as a very like impatient person. I see you as very thoughtful, and you take your time with about things. But anyway, it still represents balance, priorities, patience, purpose, and moderation. So keep those things into consideration through this fun, exciting, adventurous time that's coming up in your life. If justice represents the laws of the universe and the Hierophant the laws within yourself, then temperance represents the balance between the two. We pool our energy into the many vessels of life, often leaving our own chalices empty. Guidance says, now is the time your life to reevaluate where your true priorities lie, revisit the levers with your energies of giving and receiving, and then refill your energies every now and then. Nice. I like that one. I know. Just maybe because I'm waiting a long time for some things. Yeah, that's true. Me too. I see what you're saying. And when something happens, sometimes you rush into it because, oh, I've been waiting for this. So maybe like definitely you're allowed to get excited, there's nothing wrong with that, but be a little more like, oh, okay, this is nice, okay, let me take my time about it. But yeah, it feels, oh, look at this, you got an Ace of Pentacles. Nice. Oh my goodness. So I think a beautiful money situation's coming towards you. Some gains in that regard, offers, and recognition with the six of Wands. You being could be like what become well known. Yeah, I feel like somebody's like this offer. It kind of feels a little like when somebody wants to invest in you or whatever, or even if you just invest in yourself, and then it just launches your career. Just kind of feels like a launch. It can be more like Ace of Pentacles in my deck. I also see them as gestures, love gestures or gifts. Tokens, and sometimes it can be a proposal or a ring, but it feels like, I would think the Baroque deck is a little bit more, meaning. Yes, so in this deck, this is a new financial opportunity manifestation. Very nice. And there is an opportunity to plant a seed of potential, time to manifest a physical abundance, and this goes really strongly with your past reading where you look like you're turning into a millionaire there, you're getting very rich. Here again, we're talking about that. So whenever spirit comes up with the same themes for you, it just validates it even more. So this is time to manifest physical abundance, whether that means improving your income, health, body, or starting a new occupation. Perhaps an offer that improves your abundance will be laid on the table. Guidance could also be acknowledging that now you are perfectly secure. And the Six of Wands is your success, your public recognition, victory, and self-confidence. The guidance reminds you that one who seeks will always find time to step into your power. The person on this card is wearing a wreath on their head, and that symbolizes victory. And the crowd looks up to them in admiration. The rider smiles, feeling good about themselves for preserving against all odds, kind of like this, preserving against all odds. Guidance also highlights being an inspiration to others by setting an example yourself first. And this totally give me goosebumps. It reflects on, the books that you've written. Whether you believe it or not, they are truly an inspiration. And because you've been through something, somebody else can find solace, inspiration, strength, not feel as lonely. And all your videos and everything that you do, they all do that. You never know who you're really watching out there. Not everybody comments, not everybody likes to talk, or say things or even like or heart you, but there are people out there that hear you. whether they comment or not, that what you say touches them deeply, and it like lights a light bulb of awareness in their heads, too, that helps them. And you may be an inspiration for people to like research things even more, right? So you're like this, you could be the seed to others, helping them seek out more information, find tools, things that they didn't think about before. You could be the glimmer that helps them realize, hey, I'm not alone, and I have resources. See, the resources. So it's kind of like you find your resources for yourself, and then other people's, through your abilities, find resources for themselves. And it's a beautiful win-win scenario. And I'm going, right, if you can help one person, and that's what I feel when I do this too. Like, if I can help one person, that makes me happy. So the Angel of Balance is a lot like the Temperance card. And also I feel like the angel of, it's not an angel, what is it? Yeah, it's kind of an angel. The angel of victory, of abundance. Where did she go? I just want you to see her, because whether or not this is this one, this card makes me think of this one, the laurel wreath. Like you're the laurel wreath on the horse, your victory. That's you. That's how you help people through your victories. Well, to be honest, through your difficulties, you turned your difficulties into victories to help other people do the same, right? Let's see. And you also got, what is the other one that I was seeing for you? Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like Archangel Raphael is here to help you in your love life. So he's coming through and offering that guidance, that help. Oftentimes this deck, oh yes, oftentimes this deck, I see the cards in my head before they flip out for you. And of course the right ones will come out for you, but then also there's ones that I see for you that are meant to come out. Also, I just wanted to show you, Gabriel is here. Gabriel, and this represents, this speedy action, the wand. And Gabriel represents this night, which is the night of trumpets. And so he's our trumpeter. Yeah, I need to put out a new reading, don't I? I was thinking of something popped in my head. Now, why didn't I write it down, darn it? But yeah, I've got some great ideas. Okay. So, victory. You are winning. This is a success and achievement, and it's having a sense of pride and accomplishment, but don't rest on your laurels, and good changes, and you have to keep working at them. There's still lots of work to do, even after the success, the initial successes, or this next wave of success. But Archangel Raphael is talking about love and compassion and self-acceptance. He's extending a beautiful green energy surrounded by gentle waves of pink to your heart center. And this is saying now you have a greater readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. And a much needed healing from a previous broken heart has taken place. And tender vibrations of Raphael reminds you to encourage yourself with compassionate self-talk that you desire to hear from others. And as you do that, the light from your heart center will shine with beauty, and the universe will send people and situations that cause your sense of love and support to grow and grow. So start with the good vibe, so to create more of the good vibe, right? And the angel of balance, she's just like the temperance card. She's helping you. Yes, you can get excited, but not get carried away. Keep everything in moderation and center yourself. Oh, and grounding. That's what I was going to say. I don't know why, but I've been hearing that word a lot. And I think that's something that I forget to do, some grounding, where you have to find a sense of connectedness with the earth, because you know how sometimes your mind spins out of control or whatever, or that sometimes that can happen with that wand's energy too when new stuff happens. So you have to kind of like find your center of gravity, in other words. Um, but this is being centered and honoring your choices. This loving presence holds a picture of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. And whenever you do feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, call upon this angel, the angel of balance, to bring you, her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. And then your affirmation is, I live a balanced and centered life as I care for myself. The universe cares for me also. Very nice. So let's get a little peek of what your love life might look like, or what if the spirit wants to say anything about that. It seems like so, like there was a little hint to that possibility. Ooh, somebody does have real feelings. What do we do about them? I don't know, but you share true romantic feelings worth exploring. So that's what you do about them. You explore them. They're worth it. Those feelings are worth it. Explore them. Anything else? That's that one video that I recommended to you, the Charmed Intuition Twin Flame video, does have a lot of that kind of energy into it. It's almost like, go for it. It's like a big thumbs up kind of sign type video. I cried. Like, no, I can't do anything. I have to just sit here. I'm not allowed to do anything right now. But there'll come a time where I think there'll be, everything will be good again. So, healing connection. Your romance will transform your life. Very nice. Very nice. Healing connection. Yeah. Really nice spread tonight. And a memento. Somebody gives you something that you cherish. You put in a safe place. You hold it close to your heart. Yeah. I have to tell you about my memento. Remind me to tell you, Cheryl. And you can tell me about any mementos that you might have. All right, so anything else that we can add to this, Cheryl, or do you feel happy? Do we feel like we got it? You're welcome. Okay. Did anybody come after Tiffany? I think so. Maybe we should close it after Tiffany. And I'm happy, guys. I'm finally, well, I try to move on to drawing my tower card for my deck, but I started drawing something, and I wasn't feeling it. I was like, this doesn't feel like a tower that I was like looking for. And so tonight I started again, and it felt more, because I finally drew the judgment card. I felt good with the band. The band finally has come together, and now it's satisfying because I put myself as the lead singer. But anyway, it's my fantasy deck, and I want to be the lead singer because it is a fantasy to be like the rock star. So there you go. I created the judgment card, and I judged it, and I said, yes, I get to be in this card. And then now I feel ready to move on to the tower and to complete this tower cycle. It feels like I'm in a tower, drawing the tower all at once, and yet there's, it's not all bad. There's like silver linings here and there. That's what happens when the clouds roll in and you get thunder and lightning, but you get rainbows too, and beautiful, swirly, interesting skies to deal with. That's quite fun, right? Quite fun. Definitely is not boring. All right, Giggles. What's going on with you? Shall we ask? Would you like some? You want to go back in time? Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a back in time video. Time travel. You guys, I'm just such a quantum lover of quantum energy and time travel. I have to do more of these kinds of things. Yes. There was a specific title that came to mind, but I'll think of it. I'll think of it. All right. Rolando, the Queen asked for your presence at court, Rolando. We will size you up and see if you are worthy of Anicia. Come here, Anicia. Let's look at you. You're too beautiful and too kind for this Rolando. But if it's your wish, we shall size him up and see if he will ever come around and be the one for you. Rolando is so freaking scared. But you know, it did come out upside down. So it could be he's trying to figure things out. He's just so scared of making a move. Like, if I make a move, I'm gonna get it from all sides, is what he's thinking. I think he feels like he's worried, like he's gonna be teased, or I don't know. Everybody's gonna be in his tell him stuff. Maybe he's worried that you're gonna hurt him. Wow, look at that, Rolando. He's got the devil going. It's not because Rolando's the devil. It's because I think he's afraid that he won't be able to control himself with you. Or he'll lose control with you. And he doesn't want to lose control. Like, you'll be able to... Oh, he's so scared of that being wrapped around your finger. Like... Oh, and slapped. I know. Slapped. From all... People from all sides? I feel something like that. Like I just feel like people will talk to him, like his guy friends, maybe family. King of Wands. But he might get the courage up. He might just say, who cares about what people think? I'm going to do what... I'm going to follow my passion, wherever it may lead. I'm going to pursue this desire I have. Weren't you the one that was this? Were you the one that had the Bridgerton story? No, that was Cheryl, I think. Yes. Slapped. Oh, Sarah. My daughter's calling me. You see, I have the Seven of Cups. It's also kind of like you have many choices, and he's also saying, hey, you have so many choices, why me? Like, he's kind of saying a why me? There's the Knight of Pentacles out there too. Don't you like him as well? But it could be that Rolando's like, I want to be your Knight of Pentacles and offer you commitment and be stable in it and give you this love energy. But are you sure that I'm the one that you want? Maybe that's what he's worried about. All right, let's look into each one a little bit more. And so, the Eight of Swords is definitely about the fear of getting pierced by the sword. If this person were to leave the Circle of Swords, what would happen? What would happen here? These are negative thoughts. This is the Swords deck is all about your mind. And so most of this is just thoughts, negative thinking, and victim mentality, and limiting yourself. So he's limiting himself. The guidance recognizes a fear of mistakes and distrust in himself. You're in the dark and want to be rescued, feeling like a victim of circumstance. In actuality, you're trapped by thoughts. So also a little bit for you too. It's like, try to see it. The best way to attract him in is not to see that you are without him. Don't think lack when it comes to Rolando. Think, oh yes, Rolando, my love, Rolando. He's just around the corner. He's about to come over to my house and we're supposed to hang out tonight. Just kind of like if you had sort of an act as if attitude with Rolando and just saw him as your person and that he is there, even though he's not exactly showing you the way that you want him to show you that he's there. Just kind of, but instead of seeing him without, or like seeing some future date, we're always looking at some future date or future time where you can be together, or, but that's always putting him into the future instead of bringing him into the present, you know? Into the now. So you gotta do a little bit more now practicing, you know, like visualizing the now. What would that look like? And imagine it and act it out in your mind and see the potential and how it would be and how everybody would be happy. See everybody being cool about it, and don't think of Rolando as being scared of what his friends will think. Think of Rolando being proud and ready to commit, because this is really big picture what he wants. He really doesn't want to be without you. He doesn't really want to suffer. He doesn't really want to be lonely. He also wants to be in a relationship, and also wants to be in a sexual thing too, but also be very careful, because there does seem to be sometimes spitefulness around people. So he could be afraid of that too, the spitefulness. So anyway, it's just a lot of thoughts. He's trapped in his thoughts, and you might be a little bit trapped in lack, a little bit. But the way you can get him out of his thoughts is by you thinking positive thoughts, and like what you think will help him. In other words, the things that you can do are also good for him. So, and the backup plan, and then stick to each plan one at a time. Wonder what this devil says in this deck. Oh, devil! This is the shadow self, so that's good, because it's just talking about your shadow side, which is the negative self-talk, or his shadow self, his negative self-talk. It's all about attachments and addictions. So it's kind of like sometimes just our pessimism is an addiction, you know. Sometimes just being like grieving or being sad or being mad is, it becomes such a habit we can't, it's hard to get out of it. Like a belief system that's so hard to get out of, because we repeat it over and over and over and over in our heads, you know. So that could be something that's going on here. Um, so somebody, you or Rolando, are under the influence of something other than guidance. This is like addiction, repetitive habits. Like I just said, I felt like that. I felt like a repetitive habit, definitely. Attached to a way of doing things, and a fear of anything changing my sweet little life. Oh, there's a song that goes like that. Um, Something about, you know, like the song structure is something like, you know, like I don't want you to, like I'm happy with the way it is, I'm afraid you're gonna change my life, you know. And usually like love changes your life for the better, but people are sometimes afraid of happiness too, you know. And so this person on the right can't see the fire, and the person, but it feels warm. The guidance can be kind. It doesn't have to be devilish or evil. It's just, it could be just your shadow self that's talking you down, or his shadow self that's naysaying or talking him down. It might not even be any of his friends or anybody he knows. It's just his perceptions. I gotta go get a charger. Okay. Whew. All right. So, but things are looking up. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is better than being in the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords makes you feel like no matter what I do, I'm nothing good's gonna happen. Seven of Cups is like, hold up, I have choices. I'm not doomed. You know, anything can happen. So, um, also there could be this feeling of wanting too many things from you, maybe. But so that could be another thing. Or you like, all right, you, it's important to visualize what you want when you're manifesting, right? But sometimes you need to just pinpoint a few specific things in your plan, in your goals, in your dreams. Okay. But the Nine of Pentacles is nice. He's coming through with an offer, so I feel like that's a positive turn of events here. This is hard work, productivity, and this is routine. Obviously, it's the habits, it's the routine that sometimes gets him stuck, but I think he's going to turn it into a good thing. Like he can do, it's like you can have both, dude. You can have your productive life and you can have a girlfriend. Don't have to have one or the other. I messaged him since he's at a football game and said good luck to his son on the football game. Nice. And see, he already sees you as his girl in a certain sense. It's just y'all aren't as traditionally um, connected and out in the open as you would like, right? So that could be worth change, because the Two of Cups looks more like more people will see that you are a couple. And this is partnership, mutual attraction, communication. Two people are sharing a drink as a sign of sharing a stream of consciousness. It's a spiritual connection with the soul that aligns with your current journey. The lion represents dignity, and the snake represents healing, and the wings represent duality. This is a mutually benefiting partnership by giving and receiving. See? So it can turn into something really nice. He may be overcoming his fears, and I feel like that's getting better. And then all you need to do is stay in your positive mind too. Visualize the best case scenarios. Try not to go overboard and you're obviously it's not going to be like a total fairy tale, but it can have fairy tale elements to it. Just be realistic in some ways, but also be open. Try not to be too much in lag, like he's out there, but he's actually here. You just talked to him. You just told him that, hope that he has a great game. So you are being a partner in a sort of sense already. You are acting as if. And this can turn into something more solid. You feel like you're apart from him, and that's the thing that needs to be changed in your thought pattern. Think of not being apart, but think of being together. See, divine timing. That's also almost another negative in some ways, when you see that there's an event coming that will bring you together instead of just seeing that you are together. But it's also helpful sometimes to visualize a specific moment. But there is this moment. This is yours, a divine timing. You both have real feelings and you really care. It's not an illusion. I mean, he really does like you. I feel like he sees you as surrounded by lots of people. And so he's just trying to wait for his moment, I think. But give him the benefit of the doubt. Give your relationship a chance. So, there you go. This is good. Y'all are meant to keep working it out, I think. Let me see what the energy oracle has to say. All right. The garden and the gate. It's kind of like what he's going through right now. He's at the garden and the gate. It's okay, and you could be at the garden and the gate as well. He never really replies, so that's why I'm feeling that way. Yeah, I would too. I would too. Like he's just very untraditional about the way he interacts with you, because he's like this garden and the gate energy. He he's got his certain habits and his certain ways. But this is also a lot of abundance. It's prosperity. This can turn into something really good. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked. While the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck, this card talks about of the financial scene, and there could be money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time, but beware. The choice to stay in the seeming security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by habits. Here it is again, that word, habit or fear of the unknown. The beauty is enticing and worth enjoying. I feel like he's enticed and feels like he should give you the benefit of the doubt. And it's like having a relationship with you is like the unknown, and he's afraid of it. Um, but he also wants freedom to roam around as well. He doesn't want it to seem like if he's with you, he's going to be so tied that he has no freedom. And freedom to him is not about like, dating multiple people. It's more like, mm, just being able to say and do things with support, and like not constant pushback, like not having to constantly weigh in on everything, like the freedom to run and go do something without always having to with the lady. And that, I know that sounds weird and but I guess that's something that goes through his head, and that's related to peer pressure too, I think a little bit. But anyways, he'll grow out of it. Um, but but uh, but I think this also is a good wealth card, like abundance for you, and your path and your choice too to shift your focus and look at your things perspectively as more as bigger possibilities. More, anything is possible. Anything can be, and you can achieve anything. You can have anything you want. It's like your mindset just needs to be a little bit shifted, and that will help his as well. And Giggle says he has been seeing everything I post, even when I posted how I'm going to my car to eat my lunch since I was interrupted. Right. And and as long as he feels like, see, he's going to continue to do that as long as you are accepting of his nonverbal reactions. Like if he hearts it, or if you just sense him in the spirit world looking at it, or like he gives you some kind of clue that he looks at it, then and you act like it's enough for you because you keep doing that, then that's a habit, and he's not going to change his anything he does because you keep giving him the stuff that you're doing. You know what I mean? Like you've can't come up with a particular language, and he kind of likes it. He's like, "Oh, I don't have to say anything. I'll just, look at the stuff that she posts and like what I like, and you know, do little nods here and there or whatever, but I don't have to actually say anything." you know. So it's kind of like you've created this personal language between the two of you, and that's become kind of a habit. So what is he feeling about you right now? What was this? Distracted by. Determined, one way or another, he's going to find a way to make this right. We will be together. I have a plan. I think he wants you to let him take charge. And, you just keep being your sweet self, and he'll figure it out. He's got a plan. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Maybe it'll bring some cool weather. He feels responsible, right? It's a duty and a pleasure. That's one of his main things he thinks about, is his child, his family. But he's working up the courage. Look, emboldened. Working up the courage. He might talk to you like in a more serious manner, or in a way that you would like. Be optimistic. He feels optimistic, feeling like things between us are going well, which puts a spring in my step. I also kind of get the feeling like he doesn't think there's anything wrong with the way that y'all been communicating. Have you let him know that you want a different kind of communication, or that you want him to respond? You know, maybe he thinks you just like it this way. I mean, it seems sort of obvious, but I don't know. Yes, like, I just wonder what is going on through his head. Well, that's kind of what his head is saying. Sometimes, like, he doubt, like, does he really like me, or is he just checking to see if I'm not a weirdo? Well, he wouldn't let you hang out with his daughter if he thought you were a weirdo. I definitely think he likes you and trusts you. Trust is huge. Like, you already got something really big that a lot of people don't have in relationships, which is trust. So you can be grateful for that. But I think this one's a big one for him. Like, are you seeing other people? Like, are you just focused on him? As soon as you win him, will you leave him? That's what he might be worried about. Is he just your prize? Then once you grab him, then you won't want him anymore? Is that what it is? Do you only like him because he's hard to get? That could be what's going on in his head. That's what I'm channeling right now. He's been posting emotional songs. Oh, okay. There's meaning in those songs. Really, really listening to them and read those lyrics, because he's trying to tell you something. They're for you. I think so. Let's see. Let's see. I got one more deck, but I need to get this deck down anyways. Let me see, because this is the honest deck. Can I have a spicy too? Okay. See, he's saying unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. Doesn't mean he doesn't like you. He just doesn't know how he feels about where you are now. He might like, could be it. Maybe he likes attention from multiple people. And if he were to just like focus on you, then you would be like, it would just be you and him, and he would have to cut off the attention he gets from other people. Maybe he doesn't want to do that. Or maybe he's not ready to do that. But then he says, I'm single. Well, I'm single right now, not attached to anyone, and not looking to get into a relationship at this time. So I think that's the answer there. It's like he likes multiple people looking at him, even if you're probably the only one he really wants, but he doesn't want anybody to see that you're the only one that he wants. He wants attention from everybody. If people saw that you're the only one that he wants, then they would stop giving him attention. Then it would just be the two of you, and then you would have to be in a relationship. You kind of like end up falling in a relationship anyway, because it would be like too obvious to the public. I think the public is so important to communicate anyway publicly, and so the public is important to him and their opinion and everything. So he wants to appear single, and he wants the attention of everybody else. He wants multiple attention, not just yours, I think. But I think big picture, this is just like his ego. Like big picture, he wants you as his partner, big picture. But small ego, care about what everybody thinks picture, he wants to give off this appearance of being single and available, even if his heart really doesn't belong to anybody but yours. That's kind of the feeling. Let's see what his one sexy thing. Okay. One sexy. What would you do with Giggles if you had her alone and nobody cared except nobody needed to know? I want to grab it. I want it in the palm of my hands. I love how your lips feel on mine. Ooh. He probably looks at those lips a lot whenever he has a chance. He doesn't want to seem whipped. That's what I was trying to say with this. He don't want to seem whipped. Yep, exactly. So what do you do with that? What do you do with it? The best thing you can do with that is, it's like, Anita Serene. She had this love reading, which was very annoying because it was too honest. Because she's a Sagittarius and she's brutally honest. But she's like, you just need to be the one that he can't have, and then he'll want you. So you just got to be that person. You just can't like, nope, I'm too good for you. You can't have me. And then that drives them crazy. But to me, it's just another game. But at the same time, when you play that game, you also do something very interesting with yourself. You put yourself on a pedestal, and you give yourself a lot of value. And when you do that, you just go date yourself, do things for yourself that you wish he would do for you. Buy yourself nice things, go out on nice dinners, see movies, enjoy time, spend time with yourself, and see yourself as worthy of that and so much more. And yeah, and he can't have you. He can't have you. You're too busy dating yourself. He can't have you. Like, I know it's easier when you do have another man to do that with, to manipulate that emotion with, but that really doesn't work in this scenario, because trust between the two of you. If you just ran off with another guy, then it would just spoil things, and it would lose his trust. But if you run off with yourself, if you provide your own self-love, and take care of yourself and have fun with yourself, then what can he do about that, right? What is he going to do about that? Oh, you can't be with yourself? Nope. He can be like, man, I wish I was the one that was taking her to the movies instead of she going to the movies by herself, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? It's like, it turns out a little bit different. So try your best to just be that single person, that you try to be single for a while, see how it works. Yes, he does stare at those lips. He sure does. All right. We'll find out more the next reading. Hi, Miss Fred. Oh, yes, Giggles. I forgot to tell you, Terry, he took a photo of tacos and I hearted it. And then he clocked that I opened his story, so he rushed to put another one with his son and squinted his eyes. Oh, okay, that's funny, huh? Well, you definitely sound like you have a language going on there with your posts. I felt it was on purpose to me, like suddenly letting me know, I know you just opened my stories. Yep. What if you put yourself on a diet and don't open his stories for like 3 days and see if he does anything? Okay, good. I'm glad you thought it was helpful. Thank you. I heart you too. All right, Miss Fred. Let's see. What would you like to me to find out for you tonight? Shall we get the Bach going again? Will my crazy ex-friend be a threat to my twin flame connection? Let's see. Crazy ex, is he a threat? They did used to share a social circle with him. Okay. Let's see, Crazy X. Oh, Crazy X, what are you gonna do? Anything? Bad boys, what you gonna do? Well, cock block, maybe? He's, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Seven of Swords. Uh-huh, yep. Five of Swords. Uh-huh. And Queen of Swords. Look at you. You're like, get out of here. Go away. You must go. You must leave now. Oh, look. And then the Three of Cups comes out. So it's like, he tries. Anyway, he's gonna try. He's gonna say, he's gonna say stuff like, I'm more man than he could ever be. I treat you really good. You remember the times we had, and I did this and that and the other thing. I mean, he's gonna be so deceptive. He's going to play bad games, cheating games, where he's gonna stir up mental, like bring up doubts. He's gonna not play by the rules. He is going to not play by the rules. Cheating and stealing is what's coming out, and taking out his big, you know what, and showing it off. His big wand. He's like, look at my big wand. Anyway, so, but initially it feels like a bit of excitement, but it's not exciting when it comes from him, right? Except that there was once a time where you did like this energy, but not anymore. Oh wait, okay. Okay. They did used to share a social circle. I don't think they're in contact with him currently, but back when I was friends with them, they were one of my biggest confidants. Haha. The ex-friend is a girl. Her name is Jay. She has masculine energy though, so that's probably why you thought she was a guy. But what were you saying right here when you said, okay, so she goes by they? Will my crazy ex-friend be a threat to my... Oh, okay. Feels like that, though. I feel like she has a crush on you. And she thinks she's bigger than any man can be. Well, I don't know. I feel like the Ace of Wands is a positive energy. It doesn't have to be about, you know, a phallic thing, but it's inspiration and new opportunities and growth and potential. So it could be that, her advice is worth listening to, but it does, it's going to go south pretty fast. So the Ace of Wands though is about being victorious. Oh, victorious. Holding up a source of inspiration, the hand that radiates light, showing the power of initiative. The sky shows dawn. A castle in the distance represents ideas taking physical form. It's not enough to believe in greatness. Guidance calls you to act upon it too. There are all sorts of new beginnings, including passing the torch to the young. Oh, all right. Well, the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is strategic action, getting away, self-centeredness. So it could be like not as bad as being treacherous and stealing things, but like her motivation could be selfish motivation. Like if she's like, well, you're my friend and you can't have other friends, I guess. Like some prefer to do things alone or want things to happen their way. Guidance senses a narrow-mindedness about other people's views. Lack of commitment, dishonesty, secrecy, being ingenuine, and avoiding responsibilities are the energies of this card. Guidance is calling someone out. They're calling her out. She's not the kind of friend. If she's an ex-friend, she's an ex-friend for a reason. And guidance is calling someone out, and that someone might even be yourself. Maybe. Could, but I don't think they're calling you out. You're a good girl. So it's this girl, this ex-friend who's not being very wow, and she posted lies about you. Okay, let me read what you said. Um, she and I had a somewhat flirty friendship back in the day. I mean, she ended her friendship with me by posting lies about me on social media and blocking me. Yeah, that's exactly it. She posted lies about me. Yep. And it continues. The Five of Swords, doing these kinds of things make her feel like a winner, but it's a hollow victory. It's a hollow victory because she hurt you and she messed up your, she tried to mess with your reputation or your good nature or whatever. And she, I don't know. She might try to make amends. If it's reversed, then she wants to come back and try to fix things. But she may never be different. She may always be this kind of person. And this is fights, winning at all costs. A Cold War, like, it doesn't have to be anything that's very obvious. Little by little, she could chip away at your confidence or say stupid things under her breath or undermine you or whatever. Just little things that don't feel like friendship. And guidance acknowledges a conflict of interest or disagreements. Unjust things might be said. A competition of truths could get personal. Neither parties might have done anything they see as wrong. Ergo, finding it hard to take the conflict seriously. You might wish to talk things through, but if it's continuously discomforting, guidance suggests avoiding the conflict until it cools down. I I know somebody that's been in a situation similarly that and she also had things posted that were lies. And I don't think this girl that did that is ever going to be any different. She just, you know, the the person who was mistreated has a kind heart and has faith that people can become better, and maybe all we need to do is talk things out, and we will see eye to eye, and we'll calm down, and and we'll be honest with ourselves and be better people. But there's some people that are just too far gone in their illusion of who they are. Are not self-aware enough about what they're doing wrong, and they will just keep doing the wrong thing over and over again because they don't really know that they don't really see themselves as doing anything wrong. So I don't think she's gonna really acknowledge anything wrongdoing. And that's hard because if they can't, then they're just gonna repeat their wrongdoing, and you don't want to be with a friend that you're always scared they're gonna like. It's kind of like having a pet that's not fully tamed. Like oh, my pet bear. He's very nice, but you never know when he's gonna like attack you because he's a bear. Anyway, the Queen of Swords is being professional and logical, morals and demand. Regards like she might see you this way, like you're so uppity or whatever. You're so virtuous. She can't measure up to your virtuousness, which is silly. You're a very warm, kind-hearted person. You lead with your heart, but she doesn't see it that way. She sees it as you lead with your nose up in the air or whatever. So she already has this kind of bias against you. She's never going to see you in the way you want her to see you, or she may someday, but not in the immediate future. But it doesn't matter. You have true friends. You have other people that you can surround yourself with that provide you the comfort and good camaraderie that you can enjoy. Uh, all right. She made a call out post about me that was completely untrue. She's been getting radicalized the past few years already. I'm usually like that, but I think she's radicalized. Yeah, I've been telling myself that the fond memories I have of her are with a completely different person, right? Because she really is a completely different person now. The same thing happened to me with a friend of mine too, a guy friend, and they're just different now. Like they're not the same person that I knew when I, you know, had a good relationship with them. And it changes things. It's hard. Like you want to still see the person, but it's hard when it's like you said, like when there's all this radical stuff that's now kind of like a block, like changes who they are. It's almost changes completely their personality. It's like a brainwashing kind of thing that makes them seem so different from who they were. So if her lies about me somehow reach Jefferson, he'll immediately know it's BS and not entertain it. I think so. Yeah, and I think that the Three of Wands kind of represent that, like that you have people around you that know who you are, they love you, and that's all that matters. One person who doesn't see you in the correct way is not going to change the truth of who you are. And this is, spending time with your true friends. The guidance brings your attention to the other souls around you, community, friends, coworkers, or even strangers at an event. You do have the time and energy to give to others, so go and enjoy a little and bring things in life with your connections. As a person, this card can represent an extroverted soul. Perhaps you're distracted by people and can't say no to yourself or to them. And that could be it too. It's like hard to like say no to somebody when you knew them at one point when it was different, and you're like, it's hard to break free from that, but you might have to anyway. But there's other people here, so let's find out. What would just Jefferson believe you? Oh yeah, the Ace of Cups. He never stops loving you and believing in you, so that's you're an extrovert. Yeah. I'm not, but you are. And Jefferson always will love you. He has his emotions run deep. No matter what you do, whether he believes or doesn't believe, it doesn't matter. He forgives you. It's like you can do no wrong to him. You're divine. And this is like wholesomeness, and he sees you as wholesome, and happiness and creativity, this feeling he gets when he's... The white dove brings a coin into the fountain, and the cup is filled with love, whether from a feeling connected with the divine or because there is a new source of love pulling in. This might be a purpose, a creative project, or a connection. The Ave Maria is playing while my mom's saying Ave Maria at my wedding. That made me think of that. Oh, he called you wholesome? See, that's a big difference. Wholesome and uppity. So there's two different sides to that coin, right? But but because he sees you with love and she sees you with jealousy. Yeah. Let's see what the energy oracle says about this. Indecision. Wonder what the indecision is about. This sounds like it's hard for you to not choose her, not to even try with being friends with her. This card marks the presence of two or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at two roads, yet you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus of your life force draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self doubt that have been keeping you stuck, and meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make an honoring choice. It is so hard sometimes to let people go when you feel like they're like now that radical word that you're using, like they're now in a place that's dangerous because they're radical, and you want to figure out a way to save them from that. It's kind of like, in The Sound of Music, I see my person like this, like Rolf. Okay, so it's during The Sound of Music is during the time of Germany's and Hitler and the occupation and all of that, and allegiance, who has allegiance to this person, and and to this rule, this kind of rulership. And they want to see if Captain Von Trapp is in allegiance to this. And Captain Von Trapp, he's like, no, this is not right. He believes in freedom, whatever. And Maria, of course, doesn't think it's right either. And they're thinking what to do about the family. But Rolf, like Rolf and Liesel, they're all in love and happy and blah blah blah. And then suddenly Rolf is like all radicalized. He's all wrapped up in the politic, and she doesn't recognize him anymore. And then he like betrays her, and but he also like there's a couple of different versions, but the one version is like he does end up helping this family escape, which could be very detrimental to him. But he also blows the whistle on them as well. So it's like, Rolf. Rolf, he's the one that you're like, you don't know if you could save Rolf or not because he might be too far gone. Yeah. All right. So let's see what does Jefferson want to say to you about all of this? What does he want to say? Where is my? I had a deck that I was going to use, but I didn't get it. All right, you are my sun, you are my moon. Okay, that's one of the things he said. You are my sun, you are my moon. It kind of gives me like you can do no wrong kind of vibes. Also, I'm thinking with this indecision card, like when it comes for, if you want to help Jefferson with his decision making, you have to also do your decision making as well. Because anything you do for yourself, you do for him. I just want us to get away from the noise. Oh, yes. He's not very fond of that, of gossip and noisy people, that all that nonsense. What is all that about anyway? He's not fond of that. Just the act of calling someone else right there reflects on the person doing the calling out, reflects on their being not good people. The calling out stuff. It doesn't even matter who you are, but it matters even more when you're a good person, well known for being a good person. So he's saying, I'm scared to fall in love if we are truly facing fears. You're already in love, Jefferson, so why are you worried about falling in love? He just doesn't want to fall again. So basically, if he hears the lies, his reaction will be, I don't think she did it, but if she did, then she had a good reason. Probably, but yeah, it'll be more like, not not so much good reason, but it'll be like I don't think Elizabeth would do that. But if she did do it, I still love her anyway. It's more like if she did do it, I love her anyway. And if she did do it, that's my girl or whatever. He'd still be like proud of you in a weird way. Like he would find any good reason, any reason that's good that you did that or whatever. Like you said, like it must be a good reason, but I think it's like goes a little past that. More than just it's a good reason. More like proud of you, not so much acceptance of you, but proud of you. I've made up my mind. You are the one. I don't want to waste any more time, my dear. Your love set me free. I'm free because of you. Your love is like honey. All right. Let's see what else. Hey, here. I love you as much as you love me. And let's see what he wants to do to you in the bedrooms. The fire we make can light up the world. I think he just sees like you're not the kind of person that brings the brings down the vibration of the world. You lift up the vibration of the world. So he's never going to see you as anyone that brings that vibration down. I get so horny thinking about what I want to do to you. I get knocked down, but I get up again. I get so horny, but I get up again. He's also a little bit mad that anybody would say shit about you or that they would even do that. He's mad about that. I think he's mad. A little bit mad about that. And then he also wants to rescue you and take you away from the noise. I feel our souls interconnect when we make love. I love you so much. Alright, let's see. What about these cards? He hates gossip and drama, yeah. Ooh, good, yeah. He always did try to defend me from gossip. That's nice, see? There's one of my favorite scenes. It's a silly little movie. It's one of those like Hallmark movies called The Lost Husband. But the main character, the girl, she's in her overall county fair, selling pies, trying her best. And then there's the mean girls that are like all dressed really pretty, laughing at her behind her back. And the guy that she's been like hanging out with, that he's teaching her how to be a farm girl, and she's not very good at it, but she's doing her best. He notices the girls laughing at her and calling her names behind her back. So he goes over there and like dips her down and gives her this massive kiss. I like, oh, that's nice of him. You can me next, please. So, yeah. Josh Duhamel. I like that actor. He's so cute. Jealousy. Oh, yeah. I don't think he's talking about himself. He's saying, that girl just jealous of you. You're too amazing and beautiful. That's why people like that behave that way. They just are jealous. I love that too. No one compares to you. Nothing compares to you. And guess what? Nothing anybody does can make him think of you any different, because he's got like rose-colored glasses on when he sees you. That's what I'm trying to get across. I'm like, it's not just about actions, this and that. It's just you are a rose. You can do no wrong. If you did it, it's not wrong. If you didn't do it, of course you didn't do it. No matter how many people I've met and experience I have, there's no one who compares to you. Exactly. So, oh, okay, let's get a little, how does he feel right now? And what's next in love? And then the off. Well, he's confident. He's confident about you guys. Good in my skin and good about us as a couple. Oh, you got twin flame right there. Like a great storm, the two of us shake the tree of life down to the hidden fiber of its roots. My one, my life, my other half. Enthusiastic, feeling very connected to be with you. I want to spend quality time with you. And content, feeling so connected with you. I'm ready to introduce you to people important to me. And in love. I pretended like I wasn't sure if I was in love with you, but of course I'm in love with you, silly. Cupid's arrow has struck, and I fall over and over in love with you. Over and over and over and over and over again. He has said things to me like that before too. Oh yeah. So that's next in love. Oh, he's your soulmate. You have found your romantic counterpart. He's your life partner. Your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. And when you manifest the one, it makes me feel like you're actually manifesting like your future or or something. You're manifesting something with him, because you've already manifested the one, but now what are you going to do with the one? Is he coming through? What's going on? So it's about him arriving, and the arrival is kind of a, it's kind of a rites of passage thing. It's like he's finally arriving in at on the level. He's on finally going to arrive at your level. That's the only thing that's held you back at all, is him trying really hard to get on your level. He will. He is. He's so there. He's ready. So there. Yay. Awesome. Did we get it all? Anything else you think of? I also keep hearing songs on the Walmart radio that I associate with our connection. Oh, I love that when that happens. Yeah. Oh, do you want any song? Let me see if I can channel a song for you. I just keep hearing classical music playing in my head. And then that Magnet and Steel song. I can't shake that one for some reason. With you, I'm not shy. With you, I'm not shy. Just show the way I feel. Because I'm the magnet and you are steel. And so does that feel nice? I feel like that's good. I'm getting sleepy. I stayed up a little bit too late last night drawing my pictures. I like staying up late drawing pictures, but I gotta get some sleep sometimes too. Hey, I would like a general read, whatever comes out. Okay, well, I got Divine Goddess is supposed to be next. But if she's not here, we can skip her and then do you. Maybe she fell asleep. I'll wait a couple more seconds. Okay, thank you, Tiffany. Well, I'll skip Divine Goddess. We'll go with you since you're here and engaging with me. All right, Tiffany. Let's go. General rating. Whatever comes out for Tiffany. Tiffany. You're welcome. My pleasure. Oh, you also got the Nine of Wands. This is kind of like, keep going. You're almost there. You might have to take a little breath and, take a look around, see what you need to do still. But you're doing a good job. Catch your win, get the Three of Cups. These are like cards that come out for other people, but maybe because you have a lot of in common with the collective. Ooh. Page of Swords. And Justice. Very nice. Justice is about getting what you wish for, like your rewards. Your reward. So the Nine of Wands is you just being tough, making it, keep going, being resilient, being courageous, persistent, having faith and patient as stuff happens, and but you take the good and the bad and you learn from the things that are challenges, and then you just keep going, and that's a good thing. Don't surrender and don't give up. You have the endurance needed to take the blows, the patience to wait, the courage to be misunderstood, and the faith that anything is possible. The person has learned to enjoy the hardship as part of the inseparable part of the process. Guidance also reminds that it's in the hardest moments when we learn about ourselves, and it's oftentimes right before something great, right before something great happens, we have kind of like a challenge, kind of like right before you finish the finishing line. I see the Nine of Swords kind of like that, like that last leg seems to be the hardest, but you're almost there and you're about to cross the finishing line. And then the Three of Cups is okay, we'll get to yours next. The Three of Cups, you winning and like kind of getting together with people and celebrating your win. This is friendship and giving time to others and in your community and coworkers and friends and enjoying things and celebrating your victories, big or small. So, and just it feels very friends like, it's like, how friends, they all kind of like they sit around and they talk about difficult things and also good things, but they have each other, to talk about these things, and like um they they resonate, they're kindreds, they get it, they've been through it too, like, so you find people who are like you that have been through stuff too, and it feels good. It's like finding those people that get you. And so the Page of Swords could be about your talent, that you could be very good with words, and this page is mentally gifted or has plenty of knowledge, but little experience, as shown by the golden head, which they're unable to see past. um, they're expressive, but have a double edged mind and tend to be defensive, as shown by their grip on their sword. Thirsty for knowledge, they're not afraid to speak their truth. Hardship is the only way they'll improve. So sometimes you have to learn things the hard way to grow, but this could also be somebody you're dealing with, somebody who's a little bit stubborn in a way, like they only learn by making mistakes, but you have like a sort of patience with them. And maybe because you get it, like maybe they remind you of you at times, or when you were younger, or or whatever, or at different stages in your life, so that makes you more tolerant and more understanding of them. But justice is all about fairness and a spiritual journey, and like winning, it's like um achieving that thing where able to keep both sides equal, or to and also to get what you give, and so you get rewarded. It's like a karmic reward. The figure is surrounded by golden light of truth and clarity and guidance. The sword represents the double edge of cause and effect, and the suit of swords, which cause us to be emotionally impartial in what must be. The scales represent a balance between cold logic and intuition. Guidance lets you know that truth always will be revealed. So if you've been acting in alignment with your purpose, then this card makes you, like, justifies you. You know, everybody knows that you are the honest one. Also, get a little bit like with the sword energy, I've been hearing a lot of that term double edge, right? So sometimes there's like the people that you deal with might have two sides to them, or talk out of two sides of their mouth, or whatever, or you know what I mean? Like, and Libras can be like that sometimes, where they'll be one way to your face and another way behind your back. Sometimes they can be like that. Um, yeah, occasionally. And so sometimes you'll see that in certain people. But for the most part, I think the swords energy on the positive end represents good, honest communication and clarity and getting things out in the open. All right, so let's see what the energy oracle has to say. Say adjacent possibilities. This kind of also feels like jobs, rooms, people, choices, and the angel of balance, and a bit huge protection surrounding you. And 24 is the love number, so that's positive energy. There could be a lot of options that you haven't considered yet. Sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and unaware of potentially healthier and happier choices at hand. Uh, every moment gives you the option to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's in your thoughts, behaviors, or major life decisions. Unlike the indecision card, that's mostly confusion, this one is more about you have many options and it's time to take a wider look at things. And as you consider the many life choices available, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. So, so if this has to do with your goals, then this could indicate uh, things that you didn't think about before. Suddenly, like a light bulb comes off in your head, and you're like, "Oh, I should have done this a long time ago." And yeah, or if you're like meeting somebody, then they suddenly feel so right, or they're so different from the kind that you usually talk to, but that makes them even better, or whatever. It's just about like all these possibilities. Also, it kind of gives me like, timelines and dimensions. It's like, there's so many possibilities out there. All it is, it takes one different choice that we make, and then we're totally on a whole different path. So, so it, just seeing that makes you realize you can manifest anything because of all the possibilities out there. So really pick the possibility you want the most. Give yourself a list of best case scenarios, and if you like overwhelm yourself with too many choices of best case scenarios, you're bound to get one of them, right? So just keep thinking of all the best case scenarios that could come to you, and just be conscious and aware and flexible and willing to take the new and the different action occasionally, and maybe right now. You just never know when you might have to try something totally different, but it works so good. And the angel of balance is just reminding you while you do all this fun, exciting, new, little adventures, always keep grounded and keep yourself centered. This loving presence holds a pitcher of liquid and of light in front of the pyramids, and it reminds you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. So remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional well-being. And then whenever you feel yourself kind of getting off center or losing focus, then call upon this angel and she will help you bring attention to your heart center and help your intuition again and help you lead you right in the right direction. And she will also guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. I always liked her. She's a good one. And here's your affirmation for her. I have a balanced and centered life. As I care for myself, the universe cares for me also. Let's just get one little what's up in love for you. If you want one. Ooh, falling in love. Okay, so this new stuff that's coming around could be, or it could just be a new feeling, like revitalized love energy. Falling in love, sudden feelings that this is the one. Ooh, very nice. How does that feel, Tiffany? Anything else? You're welcome. Well, I'm glad you like it. I like it too. I love this kind of like computer one, like the World Wide Web. All things you can search up. It's true. Manifestation is the key. Hi, Planty. Oh, I'm closed. And on my last person, I'm gonna go get a drink though. I'm getting sleepy myself, and I'm getting so hot. I poster. Oh, you. I saw. I saw you. I saw it. You said, spirit messages for me, for Naveen and me. I sent him some pictures from my trip. He liked it. Now we will see each other next month when I'm back from my trip. Nice. Oh, and you picked the greatest month to go. This is Libra season, the love season. So it's gonna be nice. Because right now, like getting out of Virgo season, this is all like picky, habits, picky and habit season. And I like Virgo, to be honest. I love Virgo people, and I don't mind the season so much, but it felt like I was being always too self-critical during this time. I just didn't realize how, but also I was conscious of my health more, and I still am conscious of my health. I'm gonna go to the doctor tomorrow, and I've been trying to take better care of myself. So that's an upside of Virgo season. But man, I don't like that feeling of like being like watching myself or being overcritical of myself. I'm like, stop it! You can give yourself a break for change. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink. Okie dokie. Let's see if anything comes from Yoga Man Naveen. I shared some travel pics with him. I'll see him next month. Now in yoga class as I'm traveling until the 28th. All right. Yoga Man, have you anything to say to the divinest of goddesses? Sachi. And by the way, your pictures were amazing. You're such a good photographer too, but beautiful. I'll be sharing some amazing pictures from the Buddha monastery with you. Yay! Nice. I'll be like eat, love, pray with you. All right. Divine Goddess. Yoga Man. Ooh, you got Knight of Wands. Yoga Man's horny for you. uh, he loves to. I mean, you got him all excited. He can't wait. He can't wait for this adventure with you. He's like, yes, it's so much fun. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm getting venturing. I almost feel like this card. I'm not gonna take it, but I feel like it was kind of a. There's a saying when you get something good, it's like you can't believe it. I must have done something good. I don't know, something like that. Anyway. How did I win anything this good? Looking forward to traveling. Look at you got this the beautiful moon. I feel like moonlight, subconscious connections. I think he might maybe missing me. He liked my pictures though. That's nice. I think he does miss you. Ooh, you got the strength card too. Beautiful. Look at that beautiful strength card. So, it feels passionate, feels hot. The Knight of Wands is determination, hot-blooded, fast life, getter, taking risks. The guidance shows a person who is highly determined, confident, and playful in a carefree way, always on the move and living the fast life. The other side of these traits are risk-taking, impulsive behavior, and hot-headedness. This knight wants to have it all. Guidance asks you to picture the perfect light and then pursue it. So this is not only having like the energy to do things, but really having a great game plan and goals, to do all the things that you want to do. And the Three of Wands is options and riding and going overseas and traveling and journeying and making plans and then doing the plans that you make. It's like making a bucket list and then crossing off your bucket list. I feel like, check, check, check. Lots of checks. And the wands feels like a big check mark to me too. This person is on a journey, carrying two wands behind him like an artist's brush or a pen, representing the research and the plans that were done before they went on the journey. And they'll have stories and pictures to tell afterwards. They stand before the sea like they're ready to split the ocean with sheer will to expand their horizons and keep moving forward towards the dream. The guidance highlights long distances and the internet. Yeah, tools that we use to connect to people when we're far away is the internet. And then we have the moon, the mysterious moon. What will the moon do for you? Is it a positive thing? It could be about illusions and fear, but it can also be about the subconscious and the future and the the world that's the secret world, the world that we keep between each other, you know, like a private conversation that you have with him that's just between the two of you, or like me, like a inside joke, or you know, something like that where it's just something between the two of you that nobody knows. The moon wishes to guide you through the dark. When we let clarity, our fears get the best of us. So, um, if you feel that way, you can trust in the moon to guide you. Um, there's some things are mysterious for a reason, and some things about you are mysterious, which turn him on. So the things that he knows about you is great, you know, all the traveling stuff, but keep some things a mystery because he likes to unravel your mystery as well. And also, there's that subconscious psychic energy that you share. And so he might have like assumptions about you. And I think this time that you spend together, you'll find out what all of that is about. You know, what's been lying underneath the surface. What the things that he was imagining about you, are they anything like he was imagining? And vice versa. And the strength card is you being strong and courageous and compassionate and like balancing him, like the beauty and the beast. You know, the two sides. The one is the guide and the other is the guardian. And the guidance asks you to have strength of will. The quest is to tame the inner beast within with kindness. And there is a wreath of flowers from the person's head that embraces the lion, showing that all they had to do was change their mindset. The lion on the card appears to be satisfied, showing that your fears and shadow self need nurture and attention too, and permission to exist and be expressed. And so that's kind of the moon too. It's like there's a little bit of shadow, or a little, sometimes fears pop up, or insecurities, and I feel like y'all will help each other with that. You know, you will soothe each other and tame each other and allow each other to express even the shadow sides that you have. So that's healthy, very healthy, yes. Let's see what the energy oracle has to say. Ooh, you got blossoming abundance. And cornucopia. Wow. And door to spirit and seven chakra and strategy. So I feel like we'll just take a big view of all of this. The strategy definitely feels like, you know, what the, like, kind of like the Three of Wands, like the things that you're planning, right? All the trips, all the destinations, all your, you know, goals and stuff, making a bucket list, writing things down, having a plan, checking things off, one thing at a time or multiple things at a time, but just having those kind of goals. Blossoming in abundance and cornucopia to me feel like, you know, like work things, you know, like making money, but blossoming in all areas of your life. It blossoming abundance is new increase in wealth, possibly in dramatic and unexpected ways. So sow the seeds of your wealth and prosperity like a gardener does, and you will keep blooming, doing things. The universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth and be grateful and enjoy. Hallelujah. And then cornucopia is like the Thanksgiving basket, you know? Wishes fulfilled. When you receive cornucopia, this is talking about doing important work and it paying off. And the seeds you planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in significant ways. So get ready for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now. And Spirit is applauding all your effort. I feel like your next adventure is going to be awesome. And then You got door to spirit. Awakening spiritually, new beginnings. This door opens onto expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and deepening connection with the spiritual world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit and to the magic power of your true identity. And then you have the seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. This is spirit connection, intuition, and inspiration. This is your crown chakra totally activated. She is the fire of God, this Archangel Uriel. She's wearing a beautiful crystal crown, vibrating with passionate connection with the divine. She brings great power to your seventh chakra, and and this free flowing channel of information is coming down into your head like a big download. You're going to have great intuition and higher awareness. And so, as you do all your meditations, this is really going to be a strong vibration. This assistance from spirit is great. You might meet an ascended master, powerful angel like Uriel, or just your loving friend or family member in spirit. Their love and willingness to assist you is always there. They even open you to the Akashic records or Alaya consciousness, the storehouse of all information. This connection is open to you now, and you will find that your own spirit and the spirits of those around you will be able to provide the answers you seek and the blessings you desire and deserve. Woo! My seventh chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. Love and inspiration from spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me now. Wow. What a reading. Very powerful energy. And what you're already doing is amazing, but you're truly following spirit's plan here. Oh, you got forever team, forever a team. I am forever a team. Oh, the sun is out shining on everything, and you have the avocado, healthy eating, and harp, music, communication, and hang this little tiny hangers for like buying something nice for yourself, like some new underwear or panties or lingerie. You got the violin music. You have the infinity symbol, forever, never ending. You have Gemini. Gemini is intelligence. And you have the leaf. The leaf is your health and your connection to the earth. And I hope you like that. Holy waterfalls. You're welcome, my love. Oi. And Poe's outside talking to me. Say, let me in. Well, I hope everybody liked the Baroque Tarot. It's very lovely. And my little playing of Bach. This deck calls the user to care for their soul with much love, to open their heart and mind to learn their lessons and better themselves, and to have faith that all will unravel as it should. The end. You're wonderful. I loved it. I received my reading and claim it. I claim your reading too. Oh my gosh. Thank you, honey. You're wonderful too. I hope you continue to have a lovely vacation and or trip. And oh my gosh, I'm really excited for the one that you have with yoga, man. So Naveen, I hope you'll have a lovely time. I think you will. I think it's going to be quite amazing, quite deep and exciting. Is it going to go into Scorpio? I think y'all are going to have, yeah, it's going to get deep. You start off in Libra love season, and then it goes into Scorpio sexy season. All right, can't wait. Keep us posted. Thank you for all the beautiful pictures. And now I'm gonna go get cooled down. Until next we meet, everyone. What do we say? Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Sweet dreams.